Hello everybody, how you doing? 𝘔á𝘨𝘪𝘤 here, also known as Cape Cod Wet Shaving. History shave time. First and foremost, I do want to say I'm sorry I'm getting this out a day later than I said I would. Just one of those days, seems to keep happening to me, as you know. I've complained about it many times, but here we are, got a good one for you. The idea for this one was actually given to me by someone in the audience at our last Shave Masters episode. I cannot remember who it was, but if you happen to watch this, thank you very much for the idea. I had to omit quite a bit, otherwise this would have been like at least a two-parter. So, but it is about the history of shaving, and I call it the shaving evolution. So, which it is, it's pretty neat. Goes way back further than I thought, but I'm getting ahead of myself. I am actually filming this late at night, the night before I release it. So, if my son wakes up and he starts crying, I'm gonna have to pause and I'll deal with him and I'll be back. So hopefully that won't happen. He had a long day and he's out like a light. So first and foremost, software I'm using is 𝘔á𝘨𝘪𝘤𝘰. 𝘔á𝘨𝑰, I don't know how to pronounce that, Andy, sorry. From the Wet Shaving Store. It's his private label. It's called the Essentials, as you can see. And this one in particular is Cedarwood, Cardamom, Lavender, and Oakmoss. Very nice one. He came out with 4 so far. 2 of them I call brighter scents. One is Aqua Velvety. It's pretty much a Aqua Velvet dupe. The other, I believe, is more of a it's a barbershop, excuse me. So it's a brighter kind of, not as French barbershop, but anyway, getting off track here. The other 2 I consider more darker. So 2 of them are good for spring, summer. The other 2 are good for fall, winter, at least in my opinion. One is cherry, bourbon, and something else. This one is the cardamom and cedarwood. This is my favorite of the 2 darker. I love cardamom. It's really grown on me. I did go ahead and lather before I started the video. Here's the soap. If you've been thinking about this, it's really good stuff. Oh, and I'll be using my beautiful Parker boar brush. I love the handle on this. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Matches with this label just perfectly. And because I'm talking about an old school style, history of shaving, I thought I would use a shavette. And it has a bone handle, which I thought was fitting, as you'll see. And this is from the Holy Black. This is the first shavette I ever bought. I didn't know what I was doing. This thing is heavy. And if you're starting out with shavettes, you don't want a heavy shavette. So I've since gone and bought a Parker shavette from my buddy Ethan at the Shave Mercantile. If you're getting into shaving, I would highly recommend you start out with that one because it's light, very user-friendly, excellent shavette. This one, hopefully I don't gash my face open because I'm tired and I have not used it in quite some time. I also will be using the splash with this. So no balm, none of that stuff. Which is weird because usually I have a balm up here. I just want to get the shave over with. And my face is doing pretty good. So, okay, let's go ahead and get this going. Y'all ready? So, shaving evolution. Shaving has been around a long time. A long time. Evidence shows it has existed for roughly, ready for this? 100,000 years or so, give or take a couple of millennium, here or there. 100,000 years. That's Ice Age times. Literally, all right? That's crazy. I didn't know it was that old. Knew it was old. Didn't know it was that old. 100,000. This is with evidence, okay? And the scent of this soap, by the way, is a little on the medium side. Maybe a teeny bit above medium. Edging towards stronger. And it is vegan. I do know who makes it for him. The artisan who does white label for the Wet Shaving Store. I don't know if Andy wants that out there or not. I will just say it's an artisan I am a huge fan of, and they do excellent job. An excellent job with their brand of soap products, shaving products. So I am not surprised. This is a vegan base too, by the way. Very good soap. Can't wait for this shave. Been wanting to do this all day. Like I said, it's been one of those days. So Stone Age men actually ran into problems having beards. They were dirty, they got in the way, and they actually collected ice and snow, causing discomfort. Worse than that, ice and snow would mat the hair to their skin. They'd get frostbite on their face. Well, not a lot of hospitals back in the Stone Age days, so that would lead to infection, gangrene, sepsis, all that good stuff, which ultimately led to death. You didn't want to get frostbite as a caveman. Okay? Infection was common, which was sometimes a death sentence. Originally, men would use clamshells, this one sucks, as makeshift tweezers to pluck their beards. They'd go and individually pluck all their hair out. Now imagine your face all pissed off and inflamed, and how long that would take with clamshells. But it was around 60,000 years ago they started using sharpened flint, obsidian, and clamshells, again, sharpened clamshells, to start cutting the hair. Okay? Speaking of Parker, I got a Parker blade in here. Fresh one. Never used, so. Off we go. Where's my pick? Son of a gun. Oh, there it is, hidden. Mustache pick. All right. In ancient Rome, shaving was a sign of wealth and status. Their first shave, first one they ever had in their life, was regarded as their shift into adulthood as a man. A pumice stone was often used as well. Not for shaving, for rubbing. Ouch. It was literally, your hair was literally ground off your face with a pumice stone, which sucks. 1 second here. Trying to get my sideburn. There we go. Easy with the angle. Always forget, shavettes are far less forgiving than the straight razors. All right, go ahead and wipe. Imagine grinding hair off of your face. Boar hair. That would suck. Over time, Roman barbershops became a meeting place similar to a pub in later years. Men would discuss politics, talk news, gossip, and enjoy each other's company at these locations. They were known as tonsors. So if you think about Katie's Bubbles, Tonsorium Parlor, that's where the name came from. A tonsor was an old school name for a barber shop. Pretty cool. And as you can see, the cover of the thumbnail of this video, that was a Roman tonsor. And it is actually a clipped photo where there's actually quite a few men standing around. They look like a friggin' politician meeting or something like that. Oh, and this right here is known as a Novacilla razor. Those were used quite often in ancient Rome. They have found lots and lots of those, archaeologists. So that's pretty cool. They were made out of all kinds of stuff: bronze, copper, gold. In ancient Egypt, they took shaving to the extreme. They often shaved their entire bodies. Okay? Imagine doing that stuff. From head to toe. All right? One shaving item they often used was called a hatchet razor. Get a load of this thing. Imagine your barber coming at you with that. That would be scary, to say the least. They use several implements, but that's one of the most well-known and famous is the hatchet razor. Lice and other pests were also a huge problem in the hot climate, down near the Nile Delta and all that. Okay, one sec. Talking and all this soap is starting to dry on my face. Do you see that horrible angle I came in at? I hate having facial hair and trying to use a straight or a shavette because of that. It gets messy. And trying to talk at the same time. Tricky. Like the Romans, they also used pumice stones. However, unlike the Romans, shaving was not reserved for the wealthy. All Egyptian citizens shaved, men and women alike, rich or poor. Everyone shaved. It was a normal part of society, much like today. I have not used this thing in a long time. All right. They often wore wigs, the Egyptians, believe it or not. And gold and copper razors have been found in ancient tombs, along with hieroglyphs of the practice being done, like this one. That's pretty neat. All right. I'll just nick myself near my chin. Pretty neat. Like I said, there's a lot more to it than I've mentioned, but I would be here all night. I'm about halfway done, so I'm going to talk about this soap. Like I said, the scent on it's pretty nice. I love the cedar wood in it. It's very warm and inviting. What's it? Don't want to talk while I'm cutting near my throat. I don't see it very often. A lot of people using it for whatever reason, which is a shame. It's a really good soap, in my opinion, for a vegan. Should have sprayed my face. A little dry. It's very interesting about ancient Egypt, how they shave from head to toe. Can you imagine how long it would take? But I would imagine disease was very rampant down near the Nile Delta. You have all kinds of parasites and critters that would love to live in your body hair, which is just freaky to me. Parasites freak me out. Some of them are nightmare fuel. Like the human botfly. Ugh. So weird. They're useless. They're harmless as a fly, but their larvae like live in your, they burrow a hole in you. I don't know if shaving would help you with that necessarily, but you get my drift. Very freaky. Oh, great soap, man. In my humble opinion. There goes that nook near my ear. I was getting nervous about that. My angle's not great with this thing, is it? All right, Alexander the Great had his soldiers shave their beards due to a fear that enemies might repeat what the Persians had done to them in battle once. They had grabbed them and used them as a weakness. So they were battling the Persians one time. The Persians would grab their beard, yank them forward, and impale them. Now the Greeks, as you know, were very proud of their beards. There's a status symbol. Alexander the Great broke the mold. And had them start shaving their beards for that purpose, was that it was being used against them. And it kind of started another clean-shaven revolution, which is kind of stuck around to modern times. Shaving became prominent again in the 1700s and the 1800s. The first officially recognized straight razor came in about 1828. There was a French inventor named Jean-Jacques Perret who had created what technically could be viewed as the first straight razor, but it was a razor with a wooden handle attached to it. The technical first straight razor was Perret's design improved upon quite a bit. And it was in Sheffield, England, that this improved razor came about, which is why it is known today as the Sheffield razor. Easy with that spot. I hate the mustache and stuff. I look clumsy and ridiculous right now, I know. I'm just being very careful because I'm bleary-eyed and I'm sleepy, and I really have not used this thing in a very long time. I'm not very prominent with shave heads, not like I am with straight razors. Yeah, see, I got myself quite a bit right here. My angle was garbage. Oopsie. So, King C. Gillette came up with the idea for the disposable safety razor in 1895. The first one would be sold in 1903. There's the schematics for the first Gillette razor right there. Sorry. Got myself pretty good. Jacob Schick invented the electric razor in the 1920s. The stainless steel blade came about in the 1960s. Until those, every blade was single use. So you would use just a regular steel blade, and it would rust every time after you used it once. So you'd have to toss it, unless you're a fan of tetanus, which I don't think most people were. So, oh, here's an awesome ad I found, by the way. The Schick ad. Pretty neat. Things have kind of come full circle. So the future of shaving is here, modern day, and we want the old stuff. Isn't that neat? Like technology just kept bumping up what was possible. We finally have it, and we're like, nah. Old ways are the best. We'll take that again. Go figure. All right. So, fun fact, the GEM safety razor, GEM, merged with the Ever Ready company, razor company, in 1919 to create the American Safety Razor Company. Coincidentally, that is the same name that King C. Gillette used for his company that he founded in 1901 to 1904. And then he renamed it after himself, King C. Gillette. And I gotta put up a portrait of the man himself, Mr. Gillette there. And we all know and love Mr. Gillette, but he was one of many pioneers in the shaving world. Everyone forgets Mr. Schick, because he made the electric razor, and then electricity was starting to become a major thing that was entering households. So the dry shave emerged because of that. So I didn't really touch on that. I was looking into it. It's really interesting. And things kind of branched off because, you know, men were able to just do a quick dry shave, and they loved it. Then you have a lot of people who did not. They preferred the old ways. Methods may vary even back then. Oh, just wanted to show that lather. Not bad for a vegan soap is what I have left. Pretty good. I'll go ahead and do this now. Get some soap into the roots of my hair. There we are. Let me go ahead and rinse off. I'll do the post shave, and that'll be a wrap. Be right back. All right. That was not a great shave. Kept getting my angle wrong. See the red? I am really not that good at the shavettes, which is so bizarre, because I learned wet shaving at all, ever, on straight razors. I was this close to doing a straight razor. I should have. They just really, look at that. Oof. What a terrible shave that was. Well, it was a good shave, but my neck is pissed at me. Oh well. Shouldn't have used one of these when I was sleepy. I should have shifted to the safety razor. Anywho, but one thing I did not write down that I just remembered was post shave. The Romans, ooh, that burns like hell, had oils and perfumes and all kinds of goodies that they would put on that smelled delightful, made them smell good. But it was really the Egyptians that had true aftershave balm that they made. And it was made out of, I don't know why, arsenic and quicklime. Quicklime I get, the arsenic not so much. I don't know who the hell picked the arsenic. I don't know what arsenic does to skin, aside from absorbs it into it, and probably does not make you feel too good. But it is what it is. It's what I read. All right. Well, guys, that's what your neck looks like if you have a horrible shavette shave. Everything else went pretty good. Not my neck, though. Wow, that looks bad. Look at that. Oof. I really wanted to put out a video. Maybe I should have waited. Oh, well. Too late now. I'm sorry if that was underwhelming. I just really wanted to get this out there. I have a number of topics that I really wanted to do. I have a really good one that was given to me by my buddy Jeremy at Rush Shaves. How you doing, bud? And I have the set picked out, I have the topic picked out, and I just cannot find a way to write down enough to make it a full video and sound interesting. So I am struggling with that. So I do want to do that one. But that'll do it. Maybe I will do another video talking about different snippets, stuff that I didn't talk about, or maybe I can elaborate more on the Romans and the Egyptians, because they actually had some really interesting stories to their shaving and all that. To everything. I mean, they were interesting people, but stupid hair won't stick down. That'll do it, everybody. I appreciate it. I might be scarce for the next few days. I got some stuff going on. Like Jess is going back to work here shortly, and kids with school, all kinds of goodies. But I will be around, so feel free to reach out to me. Sorry if this video was kind of meh. I really wanted to get a history shave out there. It's just been so long, but do the best I can with what I got. Things are going to go back into a more solid routine, so I think I'll pick up more content then. At least try to do back to what I was doing Mondays and Thursdays. We'll see, though. That'll do it, everybody. I really appreciate you watching. Truly. Hope you found some of it interesting. I would highly recommend you go look some of this stuff up. It's just very, very intriguing. But that will do it. Until next time, everyone. All right? Happy shaving, and enjoy. Be safe. Take care. Till next time. See you.